My mom had heard an interview with John Corbett, the actor, where he said that he got his like hairdressing license because he wanted a job where he had clients and could make his own schedule so he could audition.
Yeah.
And that helped him become an actor. I wanted to be an actor, so I went to massage therapy school.
Nice.
And I became a licensed massage therapist.
Here we go.
And so I did that in Connecticut for a couple years too. And then when I moved to New York, I was still doing it. And I worked for this company that sent you out to places. So like I went to work on the Cirque du Soleil acrobats. That's my best story from that. It was during the Delirium tour, and they were playing Giant Stadium.
Oh, great tour.
And I just moved into New Jersey. I didn't move to New York right away. I moved to New Jersey, and I was going to the shows, and then each acrobat would sign up, and they had like a 10-minute window with me, and they'd come in, and it was really cool because when you work at spas and stuff, it's a lot of like pampered people that are just like going to complain about whatever.
Yeah.
But these are people who come in and go like, I tweaked something. I need you to release my piriformis, and I have to be on stage in 8 minutes. And you go like, I know where that muscle is. I know 6 things you can do to that muscle. And you just like all your like schooling comes into play, and you're just like, okay. And then you like try to get that muscle to release for them, and they run back out. And then so I did like 3 cities with them where I got to go and work on. That was the best gig I got. There was also a lot of like crummy ones.
How long does it take to get your massage therapist? A couple months?
No, it's actually longer than that. I went to like an accredited school in Newington, and it was like it's a pretty well regarded school, and you have to do a certain number of hours, like sort of clinic hours, and you have to get a certain amount of massage and give, and you are like logging, and you have to take pathology, which is a pretty hard course. That's like the study of like diseases and stuff, and then. There's a lot of like pretty advanced like anatomy classes and stuff you learn as far as just like musculature and skeletal structure. So it's like, I think it was like 18 months or something, the program that I did. And then I finished. And one thing I had not checked on was the Connecticut license. Once you get it, if you go to this accredited institution and get your Connecticut license, which I did, is pretty much transferable to any state except New York.
Oh, no. Son of a bitch.
But I just did, I did most of my gigs in New Jersey and stuff.
So you went to college, moved back home for 4 years, did some odd jobs, then moved back to New Jersey.
Well, I went to college, went back home, did some odd jobs and did massage school in addition to those odd jobs, like during those odd jobs.
Yeah.
And then upon completion and nearing the end of that, I had started commuting into New York to take UCB classes.
Oh, cool.
So I just had Sundays off, and every Sunday I would go to New York.
How'd you hear about UCB?
Joe Spellman, who I grew up with, had gone to Hofstra, which was the other school I almost went to.
Right.
And he had flourished in their theater program and done really well and done some cool plays, and then was living in Astoria, Queens, and I think somebody gave him his UCB 101 class as a gift, but I was a fan of the television show. He told me, like, I went to the class, and Matt Walsh came through my class one day, and I was just like, oh, this is so cool. And I went to see his 101 show. Partially, too, I went in with my sister and my mom because they wanted to see the gates at Central Park. That's when those gates were up.
Sure.
You remember that big art project?
No.
That dude, there's an artist, Christo, who's done like, he's like wrapped entire buildings. He does these huge installment things. Yeah. So he'd put these gates, these orange gates all through Central Park. So anyway, they were going for that. So I went to see his 101 show, and everyone had said to me, you got to do stand-up. And I always thought, that's not how I'm funny. I'm funny in reaction to things.
Yeah.
Like, you're saying that because I just responded to something you said with a good line, but I didn't generate the comedy from sheer nothingness. So when I saw long-form improv, which I had never seen before, I'd seen Whose Line, but that was a little different. When I watched that show, I thought, this is the thing.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I should be doing, not stand-up, this.
Yeah.
And
the grin you had in your face, which shows how excited you are.
And I thought, I'm better than these guys.
Oh, here we go.
Like, Joe's pretty good, and I know I can hang with him because we're buddies. And a lot of people say, like, I went to see, like, the UCB4 do ASCAT, and I thought, God, I want to be that good someday, and I went to do it. I don't think I would have even started if I had seen that first.
Sure.
What I saw was people getting some laughs, and they weren't that good. So I was like, I'll try that. So then I signed up for a 101 class too, and then I caught up to Joe. We took 201 together, and then we took 301 together.
Cool.